Well, obviously, for our guys to be able to come in here and to be able to battle and compete like we did, we'll find probably 50 to 80 things on film as we go through it over the next couple days that we'll get better at and need to do better and things we can improve upon. But I liked, in terms of following a game plan and trying to execute it as we had worked on. We were able to touch the post a lot, which we have to play through the post. It makes us a better, more efficient team. We got to the free throw line, which is what we wanted to do. We didn't convert. We left a lot of points at the free throw line. A couple key turnovers at key times that obviously they're at the end, and that's always going to get magnified. But we can go through the film and find, like I said, 25 to 50 other things, as I just said on the radio show, that we could do better at. And this group is getting better. I mean, they've definitely have bought in and are working and are battling. And when you get it on the road in this league, you have to make it where it's a 3-minute game, and we were right there. We just need to execute a little bit better and clean up some other things throughout the rest of the game, and you're not in that position.
All right, can you take us through that last possession, or second to last thing, as it was, what you were looking for?
We were looking for Nigel, and we had him. He was just a couple of different wrinkles we have off of a certain special. And I don't know, I'll have to look at the film. With the clip I saw, it looked like it didn't even get deflected. I mean, it was just a bobbled pass. But we had what we wanted to look at was open. We just needed to execute and complete the pass that was going to lead to touching him in the post.
Coach, how tough has it been for you to come in and start a Big Ten season after taking over in the middle of the season?
It really hasn't been as hard a transition as you might think. It's really, we've got great players that understand and bought in from a standpoint of listening and working, and knew that we had to keep moving forward, and we had to do it really quickly. It's obviously a lot different than taking over in April or May when you have time to put your fingerprint on it more and really establish it. So we've had to accelerate that process a lot. And we've talked about that, how they've been able to learn on the fly, and they've, like I said, they've grasped all that terrifically. See, our execution isn't there yet completely. I think we've only practiced 10 days since I took over in terms of actual 5-on-5 and live defense. So we're taking steps in the right direction. Obviously, the loss here tonight stings, and it will, which is good for those guys because they're competitive. But to be able to bring a younger team on the road in this environment and have a chance in the last 50 seconds is a step in the right direction. We're going the right way. We just need to keep getting better.
Greg, do you think you guys defended well enough to win? Had you been even just a smidge more efficient on offense?
Yeah. I thought we were pretty good defensively. There was early. I mean, it was a layup contest early between the two of us at the start, but then we got settled in a little bit and were able to stop dribble penetration a little bit better, much better than the last time we were in here. I thought we didn't set the alarm clock quite quick enough on a couple threes there late. Bielefeld hit one, and I don't know if OG hit the other one. But also I thought we were better. But we had that stretch again. I think we were stuck on 34 for 7-8 possessions in a row, and they weren't scoring either until the 2 threes. But we just need to execute. But I thought the shots for the most part during that stretch were pretty decent. I mean, we had some pretty deep touches between Ethan and Nigel. We just need to do a better job of recognizing when help comes, or we need to do a better job of finishing around the rim. And I'll have to look through the film to see, where the help was and how close we were. If we could have taken a better angle, do we have somebody to kick it out to? So we'll learn from that and keep moving forward.
Coach, when you got down by 6 in the second half, what do you think was the biggest? Who contributed the most in your comeback there?
Well, we were able to touch the post again. We did it a couple times with Nigel, and Bronson got loose in transition. So we just had upperclassmen there make plays. And I don't have a senior that plays for me. So a lot of these guys, other than Bronson and Nigel, and a little bit of Zach, and a smaller yet version of Vito, have never been on the floor in these situations. So to be able to take steps forward and continue to improve, hopefully is a sign of good things to come as we continue to get better, and we have. I mean, there's no doubt in the last couple of weeks. I don't tell them that as much. I'm keep pushing them, but also very positive and proud of how they've continued to battle, and we'll get better. We have to, because this league is obviously not for the faint of heart.
Greg, it's 4 losses now by either 1 or 2 points. Do you play the what-if game, or do you worry that your players will play the what-if game?
No, because they understand it's possession by possession, and I have a saying that I tell them: every drill matters, every possession matters, every day. And as we get better and better in terms of our ability to execute and complete every drill in practice, the right way, and get better with every possession in practice, that those will continue to show results on the floor. So from that standpoint, I don't, we'll learn from it, and we gotta quickly move on. You can't dwell on the past. Obviously, we've had a lot of things that we could have dwelled on, so far in the last 3 weeks, but you gotta keep moving forward and keep pushing and keep getting better.
Second time Yogi Ferrell's had a big second half against you in this building. Is it just a tough matchup for you?
Well, he hit some tough shots. A couple of those two-point jump shots were pretty tough shots, I thought. We backed off him once on the three, where I didn't think Jordan Hill quite close quick enough, and he kind of froze. But Yogi can do that to you. You give a little hesitation, and you have you on your heels, and the next thing you know, he's pulling it. So, I thought we did a decent job after the first couple minutes. He got to the rim early in the first half. We did a much better job of shutting that off a little bit. And again, I'll go back through the tape, but you had to take 20 shots to get 19 points, and a couple of those came late. 4 of those came late when we had to foul. So we'll get better, but he's a handful. I mean, he's obviously experienced. He's good. He's added a perimeter shot to his game, and he's learned how to run a team. So those are things you always want with your point guard.
A little more from Jim. You were up 4 at half. Do you feel like it could have been more? What is that?
I mean, you always play you can't go back and look at possessions, but I think the biggest thing that I talked about at halftime or with the staff was the free throw line. We left some things at the free throw line where it could have been better. Are there things on shots? I mean, shots are going to go in. There's going to be nights when shots don't go in. I mean, Zach goes 8 for 8, and then he goes 1 for 5. So you have to be able to handle those. And some nights, guys are going to have more shots than other nights, just based on how teams play us, defensive schemes, those type of things. But we were able to get to the free throw line, and now we've got to convert. And I thought it was a good sign for us to get there. I'd like to see less turnovers, which we'll continue to work on, and it's better than what we saw 2 weeks ago with 26, even though it was a little different type of pressure. But I'm proud of, like I said before, how we've responded at times and continue to get better. And the free throw part of it, the good thing is we're getting there. I think I'd be more concerned if we weren't, and there's been games where we're not there enough. We need to touch the post more, and that's obviously been emphasized. And but tonight I thought there was an effort, conscious effort, to try to play through the post.
Thanks, Gard.
Okay, thank you.